Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through the noise to find those key insights that really make you think.
Bringing you knowledge, hopefully sparking some curiosity too.
And today we're doing something, well, pretty unique. A deep dive into the Book of Acts, chapter 1, specifically verses 1 through 10, but not in the way you might expect. We're using Dr. Roy E. Richmond's upcoming book, The Divine Rhythm and Dance, as our guide.
That's right. And this isn't about history or, traditional theology.
No, it's a metaphysical reinterpretation, really profound stuff, looking at it all fresh.
Exactly. Our mission really is to see how Dr. Richmond unpacks Acts 1 as a guide to conscious awakening, self-realization.
Embodying divine awareness.
Yes, shifting from seeing external events to understanding, powerful internal processes. It's like a roadmap for your own spiritual unfolding.
Okay, so let's ground ourselves first. Dr. Richmond has some foundational concepts we need to grasp.
Crucial ones.
He starts with this idea: man does not have a carnal mind. There is only one mind, and that is the divine mind.
Yeah.
Big concept right there.
Huge. Though he does say man often have a carnal awareness. So there's a distinction in awareness, not in mind itself.
Right, okay. And then this other one. We're not just human, we are visible spirit.
Visible spirit.
Which leads him to suggest using sacred self instead of, say, soul.
Yeah, it emphasizes our inherent divinity, our essence. It really reorients your perspective, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. So with that foundation, how does he see the opening of Acts?
Well, not just as history. He calls it a sacred record of the spiritual dance.
A dance.
Between awakened awareness and the divine ideas that emerge within. It's about the rhythm of spirit stirring within conscious humanity.
Preparing us
for the full embodiment of our oneness with Father. So it's alive, happening now, not just back then.
Okay, wow. So let's take verse 1 then. He offers an allegorical translation.
Yes, which is quite different.
This sacred record I began to compose for every sacred self whose awareness is turned toward divine truth, concerning all that Jesus, our patterned Son, began to reveal and express through conscious union with Father.
See, this record I compose, he reads that as Spirit's intention, not just Luke writing it down.
Ah, so Spirit is composing this blueprint through the writer.
Precisely. And that intention carries into Theophilus.
Right, usually seen as a specific person.
But Dr. Richmond says no. It's a symbol of receptive awareness.
Yeah.
It represents any sacred self ready to receive and love divine truth.
So Theophilus is potentially us, the listener.
Anyone whose awareness is turned inward, towards that inner voice. And all the things that Jesus began.
Began implying not finished.
Exactly. It's a continuing action. It's meant to be embodied by us, continued within us, because we possess that same logos life.
Logos life, that divine blueprint within.
Yes, that inherent pattern of consciousness.
Okay, and still in verse 1, to do and to teach, how does that fit?
He sees it as inseparable, being and expressing. Jesus didn't just talk about it. He lived them out of conscious union with Father. Live them, right. And the call is for all of us to let our divine nature express, not out of obligation, but from realization.
From actually knowing.
Knowing it. We're meant to be expressors of the same divine awareness, continuing that Zoe life.
Zoe life, the God life, the divine vitality.
That eternal, vibrant, divine life itself. Yeah.
Okay, moving to verse 2. Until the day when Jesus was elevated in spiritual awareness. How does he interpret that? Not the ascension cloud yet?
No, not a physical leaving. It's a continued lifting of awareness. Jesus fully ascended into the conscious knowing of his eternal union with Father.
An inner ascent.
Representing the fullness of spiritual maturity.
Yeah.
It's about consciousness, not location.
And the instruction came through the breath of the Holy. What does that mean practically?
It means not through human intellect, not through reasoning it out, but through the breath, the inner voice of Spirit. Jesus spoke from the divine presence that filled him. He was that presence.
Okay.
And here's the kicker for us. We too can function as Jesus did, because we are the omnipresence of Spirit, Father.
We are the presence. Wow, that's empowering.
It is. And this leads into something really fascinating. The selected messengers, the apostles.
Yeah, how does he view them?
Not chosen for outer merit, like being good fishermen or whatever.
Okay.
But because they were representative of the spiritual faculties within every person.
Faculties within us, like archetypes.
Exactly. He maps them out. Peter's faith, center of the brain.
Okay.
Andrew is strength in the loins. James, son of Zebedee, discrimination or judgment, pit of the stomach.
Huh. Keep going.
John is love, back of the heart. Philip, power, root of the tongue. Bartholomew, imagination, between the eyes.
Imagination. Interesting.
Thomas, understanding front brain. Matthew, will center front brain. James, son of Alphaeus, order at the navel. Simon the Canaanian is zeal, back of the head, medulla. Thaddeus, renunciation or elimination, abdominal region. And Judas, life conserver, the generative function.
Yeah.
It's about the life force itself.
So these aren't just historical figures in this view.
No, they are divine ideas, spiritual faculties that must be awakened within the awareness of every person. It's an inner activation map.
That's incredibly practical. It makes them relevant now.
Okay, verse 3. Jesus revealed himself fully alive.
Right. And Dr. Richmond says this points to the unveiling of his true essence as spirit, existing beyond just the physical body.
So fully alive means alive as spirit.
Yes. And the many undeniable evidences, not things you could, like, poke or measure.
No.
They were inward convictions ignited by spirit. Felt truths, not intellectual proofs for the carnal awareness.
I see. And the 40 days, what's the symbolism there?
A classic number for transformation. It represents a complete cycle of transformation and renewal.
But crucially, Dr. Richmond says, these days were not for Jesus. They were for those awakening to their union with Father.
It was for their process.
Exactly. And during this time, Jesus spoke of the realm of Father's rule and reign, the kingdom of God.
Which isn't a place.
Not a place you go to. It's the dimension of divine mind that governs through love, peace, and spiritual understanding.
So the invitation is
to shift from looking for external authority figures or systems to finding the authority within our own divine nature.
It keeps coming back to that inner shift. Verse 4 then, as he abided with them in spiritual union.
Communion, not just hanging out, a deep conscious connection.
He instructed them not to depart from the place of mindful gathering, Jerusalem.
Not just the city, it's a state of inner stillness and expectancy, the center of our being.
The inner sanctuary.
Where the presence is known as us, in us. And they should wait, or rather, remain in expectation of the promise of Father.
Which is?
The breath of the Holy, that inner teacher, comforter, guide. It wasn't something new coming to them.
No.
It was a reality to be realized, rising up from within their own being.
Realized, not received. Big difference. Okay. Verse 5 contrasts baptisms, John's water baptism.
An outer act of cleansing, a religious ritual, symbolic preparation, important but external.
And Jesus speaks of immersion in the breath of holy presence.
Yes, the greater immersion. This is experienced inwardly. It's the awakening to the truth of one's divine identity.
So being baptized in the breath is?
To be saturated, filled with the living awareness of Father. To know yourself as that.
And not many days from now, not a specific time.
No, it signifies spiritual proximity. It's as close as your next realization.
Wow. So no waiting around.
The call is to yield now. Yield to that transformative flow within. Don't just wait for an event.
Got it. Okay, verse 6. The disciples asked, will you now restore the rule and dominion to Israel? This feels like a step back almost.
He shows their perspective,
yeah.
Right? Still a limited and external expectation, looking outward.
Earthly structures, political power.
National sovereignty, yeah. They're still thinking in those terms.
But metaphysically, what does Israel represent here?
Dr. Richmond says it symbolizes more than the nation. It's the awakened sacred self. So the restoration of the kingdom isn't about borders or governments. It's the return to full awareness of divine union and inner rulership.
The sacred self taking its rightful place within consciousness?
Exactly. It shows that awakening is a process, We have these moments of external focus. The reminder is, let go of the outer fix, receive the inner reality.
That makes sense. Jesus redirects them gently in verse 7. It is not for your personal awareness to hold.
Meaning the egoic consciousness. It can't grasp or control spirit's rhythms.
Right. Our human mind can't dictate divine timing.
No. And times and seasons here.
Not clock time.
Not clock time. They are stages of spiritual growth and inner unfolding, set by divine order.
So our job isn't to figure it out or predict it.
Our role is not to predict, but to perceive. And how? Through surrender, trust in the inner working of the breath.
Letting go and trusting that inner flow. Okay, verse 8 feels like a huge turning point.
It really is. But you shall receive spiritual ability when you allow the breath of holy presence rises within you.
Spiritual ability.
Dunamis.
Yes, dunamis. Spiritual force, energy, capacity, the actual ability to live and move out of the divine nature. It's innate power awakening.
And that breath, again, it's not coming down from somewhere.
No, Dr. Richmond is clear. It's the ever-present voice of Father within.
It rises up.
Rises up from within, okay. And being a witness.
It's not about preaching a doctrine. It's to live in such a way that others see the evidence of divine life flowing through you. Your life becomes the witness.
You embody the message.
You are the message.
Okay, so that geographical progression, Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, ends of the earth, metaphysically.
It's an internal map. Jerusalem is the inner sanctuary, your center.
Okay.
Judea is the conscious realm being renewed, your everyday awareness transforming. Samaria represents the merging of previously divided aspects of awareness, bringing wholeness.
Integrating parts of ourselves.
Yes, and the ends of the earth. That's the full circumference of our being, total embodiment.
Wow. It's like ripples expanding outward from the center.
Exactly, the divine dance in motion. An expanding spiral of light all within you. And the message is clear. You, the listener, as a mature son or daughter, you carry this presence.
We are the evidence.
You are the evidence.
Wow.
The expression, the visibility of divine life. He even connects it to ecclesia, the Ek, the source from which movement emerges. That's you.
That lands powerfully. Okay, verse 9, the ascension. Again, not location.
Not location, not geography. It's about the lifting of awareness. And interestingly, he says, Jesus lowered his visibleness.
Lowered his visibility? Why?
So their spiritual fight could begin to awaken, to shift them from relying on his physical presence.
From outer dependency to inner knowing.
Wow, it's a crucial transition.
And the cloud.
Symbolizes the realm of divine mystery. Also sometimes consecrated teachers or the active presence of spirit and messengers.
So Jesus not being visibly seen forces a shift.
Forces them to discern spirit's presence and the message through spirit itself, internally.
It's not about him going away.
Not at all. It's about us realizing that the same spirit that was fully expressed in Jesus remains, not just with us, but within us, as the pattern, as the presence.
The pattern is now fully available within.
Okay, last verse for today. Verse 10. They're staring up.
And while their outer awareness remained fixed on the space of awareness where Jesus was lifted.
That gazing upward, right?
Yeah, it symbolizes that tendency of the carnal awareness to keep looking outside for answers.
Exactly. Looking up, looking out there. But then, two messengers in radiant garments of light stood beside them, awakening their perception.
Messengers, angels.
Dr. Richmond says no. They are illumined thoughts or divine ideas, truth principles.
Inner insights.
Yes. The white garments picture clarity, pure perception, and the key part, they stood beside them.
Beside them, not up in the sky.
Already present, already near, already accessible. The answers we look for out there are actually standing quietly within our awareness.
Waiting for us to stop looking up and start looking within.
Exactly. Waiting to be seen when we shift our gaze inward. It completely flips the script on divinity being up there.
Wow. What a profound way to reinterpret these familiar verses. This deep dive into Dr. Richmond's work really does shift everything, doesn't it? From history to an inner journey.
It really does.
Yeah.
Awakening, self-realization, it puts it all inside us.
Yeah.
The core message seems to be Jesus, metaphysically, shows us what it looks like to live fully aware of our union with Father.
He's the pattern realized.
And those messengers, they're our own inner thoughts, quickened ideas that wake us up, redirect us when we're looking outward.
So gazing into heaven is that outer focus.
Right. And the truth is, the real ascent, the important one, has to happen within.
So a final thought for everyone listening then. If Acts is a blueprint for your unfolding, like Dr. Richmond suggests, what messengers, what illumined thoughts or inner nudges are standing right beside you now?
Waiting for you to turn your awareness inward.
Yeah, waiting for you to start your own divine dance. And maybe, how can you consciously identify and start using those inner faculties? Faith, love, understanding, all of them within yourself.
Moving from just observing or reading about divine life
to actually embodying it, something to definitely sit with.